Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring you a weekly message for fire signs. So if you are a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius, it may be for you. Take what resonates though, don't make it fit. If it's not for you, go about your day otherwise. But know that no matter what spirit gets, it's still up to you and your active free will in the choices you make and the steps you take to get the fulfillment that you'd like to see in your worlds. So I just want to take a moment to shout out to any of you who've been with me for a while. Thank you for continuing to check in and, watch my channel. It means the world. And if you're new, thanks for being here. And if at the end, you feel like I have touched your soul and it's resonated, please feel free to subscribe, join the journey with me, and know that I definitely feel like it is so important for you guys to exercise your free will. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to just take a minute here to ask Archangel Michael to jump in to guard, guide, bless, and protect this reading, as well as any of you who would ask for it. And know that if you want your spirits or your angels in your life, all you need to do is ask. They are here for you. And be discerning as well. I'm being asked to, good spirits, right? We want to cultivate a spiritual relationship with our good spirits and good guides. So just also be mindful, guys, if you are asking for help, and this is the first time I've ever been guided to say it, but keep in the light. Ask that only helper guides that are for your highest good join your journey, okay? So I'm also going to ask my team of light to join me and to use me as a clearers channel to hop in and also for the most far-reaching. So that was the first time I've ever, guys, I've always called on Archangel Michael and been asked this quickly to remind you of that. So just know sometimes hearing our mind plays tricks on us, but sometimes there are trickster spirits. Okay, so take again what resonates, but keep yourself, protected, and just ask if you do want protection in that way. Ask Archangel Michael to jump in and help you, and again, reiterate to Spirit that you are asking for only energy that's for your highest good to join you, okay? And first, before I get into the tarot, I'm being asked to bring in a Whispers of Love oracle for you guys. So fire signs, please, Spirit, for this week ahead. And we have forgiveness, ask for help, and love who you are. And I'm going to ask for one more, please, Spirit. There's a whole bunch more. Is there anything else you have for this week ahead? Nope, I'm just going to leave it for the Union of Hearts here. So this is this is definitely a sacred partnership, but this is also within yourself, being connected. This could also be a romantic partner for you as well that you're encountering this week. It doesn't have to be, could just be, I pulled the journey of love, and I feel like this energy helps you align more with the people that are for your highest good, right? Is if you come with an open heart, you align more with this kind of relationship and that kind of energy. So we have here forgiveness is the first one, and nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. Being guided to the hands that are being held, and these two seemingly opposites like fire and ice, kind of embracing here. And also there is here playing some music in this little thing. So it's like within this partnership, take my hand, that's one of the take whoever's hand, ask for help as well, okay? Ask for a helping hand, be forgiving. And sometimes, just sitting here, and there's something here about hands, guys, because I feel like her hands are open and ask for help. She's asking and willing for receiving, and love who you are. So we get what it is you really need help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. Take someone's hand. Take the handout is what I'm hearing as well. Take the help. Take the guidance if it's something that you want, but tenderness as well, because in this case, this is very, very tender. So asking for help from someone, a trusted friend, someone, a like-minded individual. But Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving of all the wonderful things that life has to offer. And that's really important, right? Asking for help, asking, could be asking for forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving the times where maybe you weren't in alignment with your highest good here with the Union of Hearts. And I love you is underneath here. So expressing your love and allowing more love into your life. But the Union of Hearts is that there is a connection of love that defies explanation. And this can be many things, right? So much just down to a cat, right, that shows up on your back porch and you guys, the souls, recognize each other, right? These kinds of things. But you could be working through a situation this week, guys. Definitely soulmate relationship, regardless, again, if it's romantic, if it's like family, friends, it's definitely some soul tribe. But it's like the Spirit's asking, come with an open heart. And part of how we do that is loving who we are with this card. And this is, setting sail, knowing that you are deserving of all the wonderful things in the world. And the more you can accept that, knowing that you're worthy, it's like wear your colors as tapestry, stand front and center, There's a lot of rainbows here as well. So there's a lot of magic, and I'm hearing truth. And there could be a lot of cosmic energy this week kind of coming in. We have a new moon. I'm filming on April 5th, so this is a new moon in Aries. And great time for manifestation. Great time for setting, new plans in action. And this is asking for forgiveness if it's been a situation from your past, if it's a past relationship or past soulmate, or because asking for forgiveness, something's happened. Whether or not this is just in our own life where we're seeking help where we need it, and asking forgiveness and giving permission for forgiveness within ourselves. Loving all that you are will attract the people and the energies that are for your highest good. No, however, and I'm being guided to just say this, some of you may want to wear or use some rose quartz right now, just for, definitely self-love. And I'm also hearing some black tourmaline for protection, if anyone has resonated with that, because I am also being guided to say, okay, so with the moth, let's think of this. Moths will be attracted to the light, and not everything that sometimes when you're happy or when you're open, and sometimes we're too forgiving, we open this gateway or portal for everything to come through. We want to be discerning, okay? Because you may still get some energy that's not nice. You may say, Spirit, or Sarah, hey, I'm watching you and you're saying that if I do this, well, that it's going to be good. Spirit will test us, okay? It will throw situations that may be negative in your path. How much spiritual growth have you had? Can you encounter this situation differently than before? If we're asking for help from loved ones and family, or even friends, or if this is a romantic, asking for help for our past mistakes, maybe loving who we are, it takes time sometimes to really truthfully love who you are, especially if I'm hearing guilt, but if you've had, things in the past, situations that have occurred where you're not proud of yourself, you don't love the actions that you took, or whatever that was, align with your higher self and see this from the eyes of love. See this as you didn't know at the time, okay? Or if you did, that's in the past. What were the lessons? How can you forgive it? How can you integrate this also? Because if you see your patterns and you can see how they're getting in your way, but you don't change them, nothing's going to change, right? This is where the power is, okay? When we give true forgiveness, whether it's to others or with ourselves, we also need to change the behaviors or change the thought patterns, the conditionings that led us to that point. So if you're holding on to grudges or you're holding on to something that tells you you're not worthy of love, or something that stops you from loving yourself. Try and work through this energy to pull in the experiences that will be for your highest good and kind of keep you going, not derail you. And if you feel along this journey, my friends, that you are unable to, you're not quite sure where to go, right? Again, ask for help. Seek the guidance. So let's get a little bit of Earth Magic I just heard. So let's ask Earth Magic Oracle first. Fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sag. Before we get into the tarot, what is some energy that could be helpful? So the bottom is creation and dream time. Knowing that even just allowing yourself to daydream and to think and to create and to have different ideas of what you'd like to do, that's awesome, right? That is loving who you are and believing in everything that you have the power to create, as well as you may be experiencing some communications in your dreams. And pay attention to what this kind of non-ordinary reality, this space, what is of significance to you. So we have effortless and the waterfall, purification, a lot of emotions, passion with fire, and clouds and shape-shifting. I'm going to pull some tarot and then I'll talk about those, okay? Okay, Spirit, fire signs. April 8th through the 14th. So, Three of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Hold on, guys. The King of Cups. This is difficult. I'll give myself enough room. Nothing like up close and personal. I didn't get you. Okay. Oh, that's the Sun. Success, my friends. Whew. Okay. Whew. So things are changing. And April, okay, we're in April. It's about stability. A4, 4-month. And this is working together, being balanced with the Three of Pentacles. I'm also hearing vision, moving towards a vision. And this is shared with the Union of Hearts here. This is, I feel like, a completion that has required, there's a completion here, okay? There's definitely a change in the wheel. And what I'm being guided, I'm going to get into the Earth Magic. I got so much information coming in all at once. But we have the King of Cups here, and this is really self-mastery is what I'm hearing, and owning your emotions, owning your truths, and honoring, this holy trinity of like mind, body, spirit right here on this physical plane, and allowing that balance to help you transform and to bring in the Sun, whatever that is, whether or not that is the Union of Hearts, whether this is again with partnership, whether this is just within yourself and kind of coming into union with you and finally feeling like yourself, moving towards you. I know myself, it's been, my some of my new moon intentions are getting back to me, taking care of me, getting into, those kind of everyday things that I know I need to do for myself that sometimes we don't take the time to do. And there was a reason for that whole spiel, but it's like when you balance out what you want to work on, what you want to create, and you are able to stay grounded and centered and fully, I'm hearing self-confidence as well, confident. You're able to move forward with your passions in a way, though, that is stoic almost, and that is stable. And in a way that is all encompassing, and kind of, it's like the more you work through really strong owning your emotional body, okay? Owning it and being connected in this world, being connected to source, knowing as well that like there's passion, okay? There's light and there's passion here. And the sun coming up here as well. The sun's important. With the sunflowers, it's like those seeds have been planted potentially a long time ago. That the cycle where forgiveness is needed, whatever that was, asking for forgiveness and seeking that forgiveness changes things to where it's now time for you to shine, time to bloom, time for these seeds of the sunflowers to just pop out. Birds, eat them, poop them, put them wherever. Wind, take them. Spread new life, bring joy, dance. Know that success is here. As I'm feeling like there's rain. It's April, guys. But I feel like that's the universe, kind of purging emotions. You may be purging, okay? You may be having some feelings come up, or some information come up. You could be having dialogue within this forgiveness, whether it's, again, with yourself, and allowing the energy to come, feel it, release it, kind of effortlessly. Let it come in, hold it here for a while, give it some strength. Find out why are you here, and then let it go. If this is within partnership and that kind of communication, as you reach each situation, encounter it, move through it, encounter it, move through it, and allow the communication to be effortless and honest. And this kind of thing really purifies our worlds, and with shape-shifting and passion as well. I'm going to get the book for shape-shifting and clouds for you guys. When tiny droplets of water or frozen crystals are surrounded by billions of other droplets of crystals, a cloud is formed. Each one of these tiny droplets diffuse and scatter light so that the top of the clouds are white, then fade to gray towards the base. The nature of cloud formations affects our mood as well as the temperature on the ground and in the air. Their shape, movement, and coloration tell us what weather to expect in the near future, and they nourish our visual hunger during breathtaking sunrises and sunsets. Most of us have had an opportunity at one time or other to notice the shapes and forms clouds take as they drift gently or boldly across the sky, constantly shifting and changing, adjusting themselves to the requirements of their nature. When we take time to simply observe, we can see the cloud people, images that are elegant collaboration between nature and our imagination. In both subtle and more dramatic ways, you can shapeshift by your choice of clothing, hairstyle, adornments, and even mannerisms, such as facial expressions, gestures, and the way you walk. By adjusting these along with your internal attitude, you can actually display the different personas. When you experiment with these variations of self-expression that are not how you ordinarily present yourself, others will react to you, depending on the degree in which your persona contrasts with the one they are most familiar with. Be like the clouds as you try out different forms, stretching your limits at times, willing to move and adjust if necessary. Lift your head up. Square your shoulders. Stand tall such that your chest and heart are open to the world. And note how this feels. You may feel vulnerable at first, but stay with it. Then let your shoulders fall forward slightly. Pull your chest inward an inch or two and let your head drop a little bit. Observe how this feels. Experiment with contracting your aura or your energy field. Then expand it as far as you can comfortably. By this kind of shape-shifting, you can consciously choose your expression into the world. Just remember who you are at the core. Allow these kinds of things to come in and go out. how do you really know who you are if you don't give yourself a chance to try new things, to try new things? You might be a kickboxer one day, okay? You love kickboxing. You go to kickboxing all the time, classes, you know, you compete in it, and then that becomes an identity. You are a kickboxer. Okay, some of us could be a card reader, mom, dad, race car driver. Maybe not all at once, but how do I know that me being a mom and, you know, I read cards, well, why couldn't I be a race car driver? Allow yourself to expand your passions. Find out the different things that you like. Because fire here, there's something about, he's breathing fire and the smoke, okay, the fire and the clouds. You could also be seeing pictures in the fire as well, as what I'm hearing with this Dreamtime connection as well. There could be messages hidden in that for you. But I feel more like this is saying it's okay. Embrace your intersectionality. Embrace the ability to wear different hats throughout your life, to have different aspects of personality, and that in some places I'm hearing may require forgiveness in some of the times where passion has, you know, been out of check. Purify, okay? Ask for help. Know you're loved. Bring in the energy that's for you. Ask the universe to lovingly help dispel or remove the energy that's not for you. Take in these deep breaths. Breathe in love and light. Breathe out anything that's not for you. And, you know, embrace the harmony and change and moving towards what is right for you. Bringing in this. Okay, that's beautiful.